guys, it's Rhiannon from RMH Art. Thank you so much for tuning in to another speed painting today. I really hope you guys like this tiger piece that I've painted. He's part of a series of 4 set of animals that I've done in this color scheme. So I really hope you like him. I had so much fun painting him. So today I thought we'd talk about being a self-taught artist. I've been painting for about 4 years. I did the odd drawing here and there in high school. I did do like a TAFE course in year 9. We spent like half the day, 1 day a week doing some drawing, but didn't pick up art until I was, I think, 23 or 24. So yeah, never really did much with art. So some of the things that I want to go over today was when you don't go to like university for art or anything like that, there's some things that come along with not doing that. And that is a big thing that I found and still find now, and it just comes with time, I guess. Like, I'm doing better along this than what I was like when I first got started. But you have no connections. You don't know anyone that has any connection to a gallery. You don't really know anyone that does art or anyone that's trying to make art their professional career. Sometimes it can sort of make you feel like out on this island, isolated, alone, and it kind of feels like no one knows what the heck you're talking about. So it can be quite isolating sometimes. I will say social media and all that is fantastic for making new connections. But with not going to art college or anything, you're starting from scratch. You have no base knowledge. Pretty much what you learn is what you're making yourself absorb. When I first got started, the big thing that I found to be like absolutely amazing and free is YouTube. I watched so many YouTube speed paintings about like painting that I'm interested in, painting that is more realistic, and that I just consume so much YouTube content is actually quite ridiculous. But you know, even if it's not the style of painting that is reflected in my work today, I feel like just from watching and like paying attention and asking yourself like how people were able to get like certain effects and that sort of thing in their artwork, or even if like, you know, looking at images like say on Instagram and that, like you can look at them and sort of ask yourself, okay, well, how did they did that? Like how have they done that? And sort of experiment and try things on your own and find techniques and different things that work and that you like to put in your paintings, which also helps, you know, finding your style and that sort of thing. Without going to art college, like there's no pressure or influence on your art whatsoever, except for the content that you're consuming and the people that you are listening to. I've seen online some places that people have said that their art style was quite affected by, say, like the art school that they went to, or their teachers, or that sort of thing, and they hadn't stayed to their true course, like their true way of painting, simply because of who they were trying to impress, like get good grades, that sort of thing. So teaching yourself to paint, like there is no pressure like that, and that's something that I've like honestly loved about teaching myself to paint. You know, I thought about going to do like an art course or go to uni or something like that for art, but honestly, like the time, the money, there's like a huge commitment, and to be honest, like I just sort of like doing things at my own pace, which is, you know, great. You know, you can teach yourself what you want as you go, and a lot of the times you find with not going to like an art college or something like that, the things that you learn them when you need to. Like I'm sure like there's lots of stuff that you learn at uni and that like you really don't need. There's so much stuff that I've taught myself along the way of having my own art business, that things that like I've taught myself when I've needed to learn them. Like, you know, you don't need to learn everything right then, right there. Like as you go along, you know, you'll find things that you're like, oh, I need to know that, or like, you know, something like that. Whew, running out of breath here. So another thing is, if you're not used to deadlines and working with a time crunch, being like self-taught, you really need to make sure that you know how to work with a deadline. You know, if you're doing a commission painting, or, you know, you've got like to get together an exhibition, so you've got like, you know, a collection of 10 pieces or something like that, you need to know how to manage your time. You're going to uni and that sort of thing, working with deadlines all the time, you know, can teach you that very well. But like, again, these are still skills that you can teach yourself without going to university or college. Being a self-taught artist, you need to be really motivated, because there is no one critiquing your work. no one pushing you besides yourself, it can be very easy to sort of fall into a rut and just sort of not stop progressing, and your art, you know, stops growing, and you're sort of like, I find myself like when this happens, I get like really irritated with my art. And honestly, like being self-taught, you need to be motivated to like continuously like push yourself, try new techniques, try new things, even if it's just the color, or you know, use a palette knife instead of a brush, or just something like keep things interesting and keep trying to progress yourself as an artist, and just keep growing and staying inspired. So some things that I found that I honestly, and I still use them today. Well, so YouTube, the first one, I don't watch speed paintings not really anymore, unless it's an artist that I really like and follow their channel. But yeah, so YouTube, when you're first getting started, YouTube is like an amazing resource, and it's free. Like there is so much out there to watch, and it's free, and yeah, you can watch it at your own pace. Like it's so good, there's so much out there. Something that I still use to this day, if I get stuck for like say colors, I don't know if I mentioned earlier on, but say if you went to uni and that sort of thing, they teach you like fundamentals like anatomy, color theory, all that sort of thing. I paint with obviously a lot of color, and to this day I still have not looked at any color theory videos or anything on YouTube. I don't know why, I'm just not interested whatsoever. I think, you know, with time and experience, like your eye yourself can see what colors work together well, what colors complement each other, and what colors just look atrocious together. These are all things that you can pick up as you go. But yeah, so sometimes if I get stuck for choosing colors, one of the things that I'll do, like if I'm just not if I just don't know what color to pick or anything, like I will turn to Pinterest. And if you go to Pinterest and you look up color palettes, there will be a ridiculous amount of color palettes that come up to give you inspiration for your next painting. You can go to your library, they have like lots of books there to learn from, you know, figure drawing books, all that sort of thing you can borrow out. Same thing with op shops, you can go there, buy books, cheap as chips, and teach yourself. If you want to be a self-taught artist, I think if that's something you truly want, then you don't need to go to college and you can teach yourself anything. I think, yeah, if you want something, it can totally happen. You just have to be motivated and have the drive to chase it. And I hope you like this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.